to mention the inspiration and marketing savvy to go henceforth, forthwith, and destroy those dents with a lovely cup of tea and a stiff of a nip. Attention! For those dent guys. Bravo, chaps.
Yeah.
Good evening, everybody. We are back.
How are we all? That was a tough week.
Yeah. Hi, Steve.
Hello there.
Yeah, we've got a special guest again, Mr. Steve Buckle.
Hello,
Good evening. What time's it in Sweden?
Yeah, it's nice actually. It's been very mild last few days. This beginning of the Easter. Been quite pleasant. It's just
What
starting to
time's
get
it over
spring.
there?
Time here is 9:35. For an hour.
Right, yeah. Because we've gone back a bit, haven't we? Have we gone back in time an hour?
I don't
Is that what it is? I've got no idea. Yeah, all right. Okay.
Spring
Just
back,
been in the-
fall. No, we've gone back. You're right.
See? Told you.
Back and forward. That's it.
We'll do some going back in time tonight, though, won't we? We'll have some
Yeah,
chats from
yeah.
yesteryear. But we're back, those dent guys, after last week's absence. That was sorry about that, everybody. A little bit ill.
Even those dent guys get ill.
I sounded like a broken dog's toy, didn't I? With a squeak going. But on that note, thanks to everybody who sent well wishes and messages and stuff. It was nothing too serious, fortunately. Just a bit of man flu, but we fought through it, didn't we?
Just lost your voice a bit, didn't you? Bless you.
I did a little bit. But we're all right. We're back. So fair play, everyone. And sorry we missed you all last week, but we're here. We didn't do introductions. I'm Ben from Trident PDR.
And I'm Martin from Dent Remover. There you go. As if no one knew that.
MasterFix PDR in Sweden. Silver's boy, Sweden.
Oh yeah, happy days. Should we jump into those comments and see
I am. I'm
tonight?
looking for you. I'm looking. Hey, up. I don't know who this chap is.
Hey.
Igor, hello.
Yes.
How are you doing?
Where's Igor now? Where is he? Is Igor at home?
Igor's gone home for the weekend, hasn't he?
That guy is a legend. His problem-solving techniques are just, not only with dents, even with engines, as it turns out. It helped me fix my old car the other day.
Really?
He says, just try this. Yeah, okay. Well, why not? Anyway, I'm driving it now, so.
Who knew?
He's a mechanic. He's a mechanic. Very multi-skilled. Multi-skilled.
Johnny's in the house. There we go. So we've got a Croatia, we've got a Denmark, Steve's in Sweden. That's it. We're bridging waters. Anthony's on.
Good evening.
He's in Germany. So a multinational affair.
There you go. Igor is home. There you go.
Good lad. Good. I think we're all still recovering from Igor's show. That 3 hour
3 hours and 10 minutes. There you go.
3 hour booze up.
Oh dear.
I've got
I've got water today.
Yeah.
I'm drinking tea.
My own lemonade. There you go.
Good lad.
Got some iron brew as well in there.
And we're having a sensible one, are we?
We are having a sensible one, yes.
Right.
Steve's driving though.
That's it, yeah.
I did see AD Shaw just commented on the post saying he's ready and he's got a 6-pack with him. So there's a few lads got their beers in, waiting for a session. Leon from Daventry, France. It's not. How we doing, buddy?
There you go. Bonjour.
Here we go. 42 people on tonight so far. That's not bad numbers straight out the
Thank you
gate,
very
is it? Hope everyone's well.
I'm just trying to get through all these for you.
Oh, look at
these
that.
comments.
30 comments so far.
I know, and they're all clean as well. Thank you very much.
Nice. Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah, it all got a bit of chaos at the end of Igor's show, didn't it? The other week.
Certainly did.
Let's just say it got relaxed.
Yeah, that's a polite way of
hang
putting it, I
on.
think.
We've got someone new on here. Thomas.
Who we got? Hey, Thomas looks
Hello. Good evening.
Guten Abend. All the way from Deutschland.
Yes, we'll have a cup of tea later, Thomas, for sure.
Steve has the best British tea.
Hello, Lubo.
Lubo's on. How are we all? Cool. So we got plenty of people with us tonight. Holly's on, all the way from USA, I believe. I think so.
Oh, Holly.
Mm-hmm. No fair, you're still at work. That's the one. Yeah, sorry to all our American viewers. I get it's that time of day. Not to worry, we're here, and you can watch us again.
3:30 in the morning in Australia as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, there you go. Bill's not watching tonight.
Has he not got himself out of bed in time?
No. He's having an hour, and then he's going surfing probably.
He was up here in my estimations, but if you can't be bothered to get out of bed at 3 o'clock to watch this show,
That's it.
you got to question commitments. Never mind. Anyway, Steve from old school Dent Master days.
From the
Shall
beginning.
we just waste no time and go straight into who are you? Where'd you come from? And how did you end up where you are?
What's your name? Where'd you come from?
Where'd you come from? I'm from York, in Yorkshire, not too far from where you two lads are, actually.
Just up the road.
Posh place.
Yeah, that's where I was from. I was a painter, a car valeter, all sorts in the motor trade. And then in the mid-90s, this guy came into the Ford dealer where I was, and with this bag of strange tools, and what the hell is he going to do with them? So I went to talk to him and said, I'm going to fix some dents in a car. What, with them? Yeah. Oh, fine, I've got to see that. And that was it. I knew I wanted to do it. So
yeah,
I went on an open day to a company called Dents Away. That was 94, 95, I think. And then I bought a few tools. Tried to learn a bit at home, had no success with that, and then was tipped by a friend that a company called Dent Master were looking for technicians to expand their operation. So I applied for a job and got it.
Nice one.
Amazingly. So I ended up doing Leeds and West Yorkshire, which was Bradford and Huddersfield, Halifax, all around there. Great area. So yeah, I was in 96. I started with Dent Master. They started in 93 by Lance Leonhardt, who had previously worked in the USA, I believe, as a car salesman selling English cars. And someone came in with a bag of tools and demonstrated, and he thought, wow, this would be great in the UK. So he put an ad out in a Body Shop magazine, I believe, and 3 people applied, and they were Reza Nadavi, Robbie Triquet, and Andy Anastasio. You maybe know those names quite well.
Mm-hmm.
So they went together with Lance to get trained in Arkansas, I believe.
Right, okay.
Mr. Alan Spears, who you're very familiar with.
Yes, sir.
Yes. And they came back to the UK, and it all spiraled from there. The company grew very quickly. In 98, I think there were by then 140 technicians throughout Europe.
Wow.
7 or 8 in the USA, and they serviced all the big motor shows. You know, they're like Geneva, London, Frankfurt, all those, fixing dents for them. And they even got a slot on Top Gear once, which was unheard of.
Really?
Yeah, for anyone to get advertising on there with the BBC back then, unless you were a car brand. But yeah, they got a little slot on there. there was Paul Martin from Manchester fixing a little dent. And so yeah, Lance was a genius at business and going that, you know, he took the industry to the next level, if you like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you reckon that was sort of something that just really boosted and kicked it all off over here then?
I think he did. He gave the industry a big kick for sure. I mean, there were already companies around in the early 90s, you know, that we weren't alone for sure. But what he did with it was just take it that extra stage, if you like.
Yeah.
And kickstarted a lot of people's careers, which now, I mean, it's become a generational thing.
Yeah.
Guys who worked in Dent Master have got their children working there now, you know, which is brilliant.
Yeah.
Been a family thing also, you know. So
sure.
I feel very proud to have been a part of that back then.
I bet.
It sounds amazing.
They were great times. We had some brilliant times. And Lance really knew how to look after his staff. Every 3 months we had a big get together. And I had a name for it. It was the steak and beans.
Sounds interesting. I like the steak part.
If you'd done well in your figures, those 3 months you got steak. But if not, then you had beans. But I seldom saw anyone with a plate of baked beans in front of them, to be honest. But the bar was always open, and it was great times. It really was. We had such a camaraderie as well, you know, with your neighbouring technicians and all that. You'd help each other out. They had full-time holiday technicians who'd cover when people were away or sick.
Okay. Yeah.
Everything worked so well, you know.
Yeah.
But when I came into it, we had very basic tools for sure. Compared to what's available now, it's just completely different. We didn't have any glue, for one thing. There was no glue pulling. We all got a glue pulling set in about 98. I thought, what the hell am I going to do with this? It was stuck in the back of my car for about a year before I even got it out, you know.
What kit was that? Was it just a Worth kit or something like that, was it?
A Worth kit.
Yeah.
Them red tabs, you know.
Yeah. I used to get a blade and just score them and see if it'd stick a bit better.
Yeah. They needed something. Yeah. And then, as far as my career goes, that's where I started with Dent Master. And then, as you probably know, Dent Master was sold out to Dent Wizard in '99. And I was one of the lucky few who went over to St. Louis for retraining. There was 6 of us from the UK. I can remember all the names now. There was me, there was Robbie Traquair, Barry Darrell, Mick Tate, Sean Druitt, Eddie Moore, James Holt. He was from Germany then. He was working in Germany. There was Jean-Jacques Bruni from France, who now has XL Tools, I believe.
Yeah.
Doing fairly well.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's all. That's all I can remember at the moment. Anyway.
Got a good memory.
Yeah. So they taught us basically how to work hanging upside down with a hangover, staring at a bright light.
As every dent guy should know how to do.
It's an acquired skill, something which I've come to perfect over the years. But no, we learned how to use fade boards and stuff like that. You know, we'd always been learned with a line.
Proper tools. Now we're getting into proper tools.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, well, we had this long plumber's tube with a bit of black tape down the middle, and you prop it up on the car next to you, so you get a reflection in the panel. A tool affectionately known as the Made in Iran, because it was designed by Reza himself. So I think I've still got one somewhere. And then obviously went on to lights and stuff. And so we came back from St. Louis. It was 6 guys, and we were offered new jobs. And mine was I was together with Robbie Traquair, and we managed the work in the auctions. Now it was like BCA and Mannheim, these big auction houses. We had technicians who would go in and do the work and all that. And I was driving the length and breadth of the UK. It was mad, absolutely mad. But yeah, it was good. It was really good.
Character building, right?
Yeah, but it was.
In 2001, I was sent on a mission to oversee a project here in Sweden at one of Volvo's factories in Olofström, not far from here.
Mm-hmm.
And when we arrived, they said, "Oh, you guys will fix this problem. You'll only be here a couple of weeks." And it was a little dent in the top of the door on a Volvo S60, which was a new model then.
Yeah.
And it turned into 2.5 years.
Really?
Jeez.
Fixing the same dent
The
over
same
and over
dent.
again.
But other dents came and went. The new models, S80 and the X90 came. They had a few problems in that. We had to adjust the panels.
Yeah.
They were non-painted panels. They were just bare metal.
Right.
So it's given a little bit of a tweak. You could do it with your eyes closed after a while, you know.
I was going to say you'd be doing them in your sleep by long, wouldn't you?
Yeah, we were, yeah. We were day shift and night shift. We were there 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Hey, Jokke. Hey, Joachim Carlson there. And then, I met my wife and ended up staying here. I left Dent Wizard by then after the deal had finished in Volvo there. Started on my own little company here. Started going around car dealers and things, and I then went on the hill full time for a few years.
Whereabouts did you go?
First off, I went to somewhere north of France. North France. It was Rouen. It was near Paris.
Yeah, you speak Lance is on, look.
How are you doing?
Evening.
Good evening, buddy.
I went to Rouen in France, and then spread my wings into other countries around Europe. Then went to Australia. I've worked there many times now.
Yeah.
USA, I've worked also. Great experience, though. Brilliant experience.
100%.
I mean,
Whereabouts in the US?
It's a good. I worked in. I was back in St. Louis again, and I've worked in. What's that called now? Plano, Texas. I was there.
Nice.
Where what was the other county I worked in? Next to Missouri. Forget the name now. There are a few places I've worked.
My geography in America is not so good.
Years.
For saying all the places I've worked, my geography is awful.
Yeah.
You ask me tomorrow, I'll tell you them all, but now you know.
That's it straight away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been a pretty full career, and it's still going well.
Yeah.
And here in Sweden, I came back from Australia 2 years ago. Last time I was there, and decided now I want to focus on the private market here because I think that's the next big opportunity. So I built this shop. Well, I had another shop in Karlshamn, a town not far from here before, the place I was renting.
Okay. Yeah.
And last year I had the opportunity to buy this place. So I snapped it up and been renovating it over the last year. It'll be a year tomorrow since I got the key for this place, actually. How time flies.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So I've done a fair bit to it over the last year. Yeah, I've put some hours into it.
Yeah.
Have you just been doing it over lockdown, have you?
Basically, yeah. I've had building companies in, electricians in, and you name it, basically. Yeah. Concreters for the floor.
Even the few bits Igor's shown us over the past couple of weeks and that, it's, fair play. It's a hell of a transformation, huh?
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah. And the crest on the wall as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there it is in the background.
Yes, the Dent Master eagle, proudly displayed there. It's on all my cars, on my van, courtesy cars, everything.
Did you get the tattoo also?
No, I didn't. I know guys who have. No, I didn't.
Yeah. Fair play. Fair play.
Never forget your roots.
Yeah.
I mean, just going back to the start though, excuse me, when you said you landed the job with Dent Master, were you at a point where you'd only trained yourself up until landing that, or where were you at?
I'd experimented with a few tools I'd bought. I had a door at home that I was practicing on.
Yeah.
And then I'd been on that open day to Dents Away.
Right.
But I didn't really think they were going to be a good setup for me, personally. And when the opportunity came up with Dent Master, I thought, well, that's what I want to be. I want to be in there. So I'd seen their cars, these white Honda Civics. I think I sent you a picture.
I was going to ask you about that.
You did send me a ton of pictures, and just being a little bit disorganized this week. I'll tell you what. While we're talking, I'll try and figure that out.
White Honda, yeah, they were great.
Do you know this
with the black windows?
This man flu's kicked him. It's just knocked him for 6 on it. Sorry,
been a tough couple of weeks, mate. On top of many other things.
Week, I must say.
Well, I sound something full stop because I was just squeaking at you all last week.
This week
would have been funny though.
Every time I opened my mouth, it was just like.
So, where did you get your tools from, Steve? Do you make a lot of them, or was there some to buy, or
in the beginning? You mean?
Yeah.
Right in the beginning, I got a couple of bars from Snap-on. Would you believe?
Okay.
Yeah, well, they were called body picks. They weren't.
I think I had one of those.
PDR tools. They're just body pick, you know.
Just with a simple handle, wasn't it?
Simple handle and a basic sort of tool with 2 bends at the end and a sharp bit, sharp end on it. I was whacking dents in a door and trying my best to push them up, and it's a bit more to this than what I thought. Yeah, there is. I mean, I trained and I thought I did fairly well in my training, you know. We came out after 3 weeks and we went to a car dealership in London called Venture, I believe it was called. And we were let loose on all their stock. And I did okay there, but then the first week out when I was in my area, I just lost it. Completely lost it. I think it was
just nervous, was it?
Yeah, it was, yeah. Reza had to come out with me for a few days and just see what's going on? You finished really well in your training, you know, what's happening? It was just down to nerves. They were real cars and it was a real situation, you know.
Yeah, pressure. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and once we got through that, Colin spent a bit of time with me as well. Colin Wood, you maybe know him.
No, Colin, well, yeah, he's on tonight, actually. He did put a comment up a bit ago, I think, saying something about the Iran tool. Might not go on search now.
Iran. I made a made in Iran fit snugly on the handle of a hook tool, which in turn jammed under the wheel of a car these days before pump suckers and backpacks. The days. I'm not good at reading, sorry. I didn't do very well at school.
You made it, mate. You did it. Colin, top lad.
From Mr. Colin Wood.
The legend himself. Absolutely. And
he is.
Actually,
he likes his tea. He likes his tea.
He does, yeah. He likes a good brew.
Have you sorted it?
I am, mate. I'm working on it.
And then when we got the Dent Master tools, obviously, what a difference. Tools
made
for the job, you know.
Made them in-house.
Still got a few of them. A few the red-handled hook tools and stuff, number 1 tool and things like that. Still use them today.
Very good. Yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah, number 1 tools and they had little names, didn't they?
Yeah, all had a number. Yeah, and each set had the technician's staff number printed on them.
Okay, it's interesting.
Yeah.
So you can pinch each other's tools, or
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. And then
issue with them like in the army.
Yeah, could be. Yeah. When we came back from the Dent Wizard training, we had a complete different set of tools. It was new to us all along, you know. It was different tools for hail and things that we'd never used before, and different access tools, and we got whale tails and stuff like that. We never had whale tails before. We had something called the Jag Tool that I think Eddie Moore had made for us all. Everyone got one of them each. It was basically like a flat bar that you could bend and put in the door down the swage line and down the body line and stuff.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
What, like a bendable, strong flat
really
bar.
thin. Really thin. I'd like the end of it had been sort of beaten out. It was kind of like a primitive whale tail, you could say.
Mm-hmm.
You could get right behind the brace in the door and do some nice work with it, you know.
Yeah. What did you do then before glue pulling and stuff like that? Do you just rip everything to bits kind of thing? Just strip everything down on the roadside?
Yeah. I remember doing hail in, actually this was before Dent Wizard. I went sent on a hail gig with Dent Master to Paris once, that's right, with Andy Dad. And Keith still got his Jag Tool. How about that? Man broke, Keith. It's stuck in someone's boot lid somewhere.
For rattling
Never
around.
could get rid of that eye spot.
I think we've all got that one favourite tool that we've left, and that pink-handled whale tail. That's in somebody's headliner in Germany somewhere, and it's.
Yeah.
I often go to reach for it and remember where it is, and you just feel that sort of. God damn it!
What was I saying? Oh yeah, access without glue. Yeah, that's an interesting thing. Glad you brought that up. I was doing the hail deal with Andy Dad in Paris, and we had new Peugeot 206s, they were, and they had hail down in the sills, and their sill is like shaped like that on them. It's quite a big sill panel. What do we do with this? So I had to take the door rubber off and separate the metal between the spot welds and get a tool down there. Oh my God, it was barbaric. But luckily it was only small hail, so we managed to get away with it. Sprayed some wax oil in there and crimped it all up, and it was nice, you know.
Yeah. Interesting way of getting in.
Yeah. I mean, hail is taking some learning for sure. When you're a Dording guy and you go on to hail, it's just a completely different ball game altogether.
Oh yeah.
It's the same going the other way around as well, though. It's just completely different disciplines, isn't it? You know.
It is. Yeah. I mean, the Dording guy, you're working on verticals. You know, suddenly you get something on a roof. What do I do with that? You know. Yeah. And then glue pulling. Yeah.
You're always learning, though, aren't you? Really.
That's it. Yeah.
Every day you're learning.
Did you find them pictures, Ben?
I've got them, mate. They're all ready to roll. Look at that.
Oh, he's clever,
just like
isn't he?
Silent ninja. What?
A silent ninja. He was last week.
apart from the squeaking, you'd have heard me coming a mile off. Right. I think this is the best way of doing it anyway. So it'll either work or it won't. So let's have a little look here, and Steve, you can talk us through what's going on in any of these pictures.
Who was that?
I'm working in Australia there actually for Wizard Automotive. Probably calculating a car, for my sins. But it's bloody hot 'cause I've got shorts on, so there you go.
Oh yeah.
No knee pads.
No knee pads. No.
When was your first trip over to Oz?
2005, actually.
Wow. Yeah.
Trevor James invited me over to work with a colleague of his, actually.
Okay.
I was there with Trevor and I think James Holt was there that year too. Giz, you know Giz?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Met him briefly before, yeah.
And so was, who else was there? Carla. She's a nice lady. She's a dent tech. She lives in Netherlands now.
Okay.
Married to another Hale guy. I forget his name. I never met him. But there were a few of us over there. It was great. We're in Sydney.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
Very first storm out of 3 weeks of training was Melbourne.
Was it really?
Really? Yeah.
Wow. Was that 210?
2010, yeah.
Yeah, I was there.
Oh,
in
yeah.
Melbourne. Yeah.
Were you?
Yeah.
I mean, we might have met, I don't know.
My brother lives there, which is lucky, so I can keep all my tools there in his garage. Just keep a complete set there out of the way, you know.
Yeah, I don't remember a whole lot about the specifics of that because I was just in a sort of blind panic for the whole time we were there.
Straight at the deep end. It's the best way.
It was straight in at the deep end.
I reckon it was. Yeah.
Good
Was it
times.
all bad? Was it bad? Bad stuff.
It was.
Mind you, if he's just learning, it would have been, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, but I'll tell you what the bad stuff was the Black Widows in the toolboxes. That was the bad stuff.
Really?
And getting trolled by huntsman spiders. I'm not a big spider fan. I don't know.
There you go.
So, Steve, going to fill up another Scottish whiskey. Crack on.
Go
Crack
for it,
on,
mate.
buddy.
Go for it.
Come on.
Hey,
We're all grown-ups here, aren't we?
all for me.
Let's have a look at the next picture. What's happening? What do we got?
Oh, yeah.
Asri, is it? No?
It's the Asri, yeah. There's a bit of a story behind that photo.
Yeah, go for
I've
it.
gone there last year, 2020. 2020, February, to do DECRA certification, which was on the Thursday night. So I studied for it and everything. Yep, I've got to get this. It's really important to me. I want to do it. Took my son Milton with me, who was a big help. He helped me revise and everything and study. So thank you, Milton, if you're watching. And then on the Thursday, went and did my test and aced it. I did really good. Yeah, practical test and the written test.
Fair play,
Did
buddy.
really well. I
Fair
was
play.
really pleased with myself.
I've heard it's a very hard exam, to be fair.
It is. It's quite tough, actually. They put some really nasty damage in for you.
Really?
As Thomas Luke can vouch for.
Yeah.
And anyway, so I did really well at that. Thursday evening came around and I thought, great, I can relax now. That's all done. I can just enjoy the Asra, you know. So I had a few beers.
As you do.
Yeah, quite a few. But anyway, time to relax and party with the boys, you know. And then Friday morning came around, so I went to the expo. And I was invited to take part in the contest. So you've done so well in the DECRA, well, maybe you'd like to take part in the test. And I thought, not me, no, I can't do this. Yeah, of course you can. Go on, you'll be fine. So, all right, okay. So, to drink a load of water and sober up, and so yeah, that was me there on that photo doing my contest.
There's some heckling going on there.
There is, yes. Leaf change.
I don't think you're a proper dent guy if you do one of those contests sober anyway, so.
That's it. But I was only 3 points off qualifying. So next time I'll be a bit more prepared. There you go.
I'm sure that's... So what was it? Is it a rail dent and a door dent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a wing dent as well.
2 dents you have to do in 1 hour.
Yeah.
And then they give you points on your speed and your quality, obviously.
There we are.
There's Steve, and there's my son Milton in the middle.
Perfect. Happy days.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's what those pictures are about.
So is that your DECRA certification you sent through?
Yeah. First technician in Scandinavia to get that, so I'm quite chuffed with that.
That's all. Congratulations. Well done.
And DECRA's getting quite big over here now, so they've got testing things for all kinds of industries. They test workshops, they test cars, they do like MOTs and things over here.
Yeah.
And industry buildings and all sorts, and you know, so.
Is that kind of like IMI then in this country? In the UK?
It's some kind of thing like that.
Governing body.
Yeah, it's about your work ethic, how you conduct business, and obviously the quality of your work and everything else. You know, your knowledge about the industry and things like that. How it all works, basically. Yeah.
Very good. Have you got the badges outside your building now? Have you?
Yeah, I've got them on front of the building. I've got them on the car, and if you can see that there on the DentMobile.
The DentMobile.
We can have a look at the back of the DentMobile.
There we go, yeah.
Mr. Dent.
That's a nice plate. That's a good plate, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that street legal or that your robbing plates?
No, that's it. You can choose what you want here in Sweden.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Cheapest one, you got to pay for it, like, but it can be 7 digits or numbers, whatever you like, as long as it's not rude. Then,
Oh, damn.
That's all us out then.
yeah, so you could have PDR 24/7 if you want, something like that, you know.
Don't know about that. Don't need reminding.
Yeah.
Just beer 01 will do.
Beer. Yeah.
Hey, I tell you what, look, we can have a quick
Beer.
QC on Steve's Dent of the Week, look. He sent us some whoosh before and afters.
What's that on? Is that a Jag? No, Jaguar, is it?
What is that? I can't remember what car it was, actually.
That's a beast.
Yeah, bit gnarly.
Who cares about the car? Look at the dent.
Yeah. It's all you can see. You can't even see the car. Look at that, all them lines are back in there, look.
Spot on.
Glexo for you.
Glexo.
Started out with
Nice.
Glexo. Boom.
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff.
Yeah.
Brent
I like
knows
Glexo.
You need Glexo. You need it. It's brilliant.
I can never get it off my hands though, because it sticks to your hands quite a bit, especially mine. So I've got leprosy of the hands, so it gets in all the cracks and everything.
Jesus Christ.
But I have found a really good way of getting it off a panel. If you roll the Glexo in a ball and rub it on the panel like that, all comes off.
Yeah, well, once you've made contact with the glue on the slide hammer, just dab it again.
Yeah.
It just comes off with it and
Yeah.
stays where it should be, you know.
How's it go?
Something like that.
Oh dear.
I don't know.
It's a nice t-shirt you wear it anyway.
Oh, yeah. Dent Tools Europe. Freddie.
Shout out there, Freddie.
There you go.
There you
Fred
go.
repping a bit of Dent Tools Europe. I've got my MTRX t-shirt on, look. Bit of free swag from those guys. What are you wearing, mate? Warning, I void warranties.
Okay.
Fair play to you. Fair play.
You wear that as you greet the customers then, or
I think I did this week. Yeah. I don't know.
Madness.
It's been a weird week.
Listen, guys, if there's anyone in the comments wants to ask Steve anything about his journey or anything to do with his time in the industry and anything at all, just come in the comments section and we can ask those questions and get some knowledge.
Aye.
You know.
So, Steve, when you was doing Dent Masters, was that mainly trade work and auctions, or was you doing a retail as well?
it was mainly trade work, car dealers and the like. Private work we'd tend to do on an evening at people's houses.
Yeah.
That's the way it worked. Or you'd meet them at a dealership, you know, if you couldn't figure that out, and it worked like that. And then obviously I moved into the auctions and doing platform work more after Dent Wizard took over. That was how it worked then. But yeah, doing the car dealers, we had a set route that we'd take. You knew where you were going to be on a certain day. We're always taught, don't chase the phone, because the worst thing you can do, you'll just run yourself silly and not make as much money. So get your dealers used to, right, I'm coming on this day, you know, be ready, tell the service department, everyone else, and it worked well, actually.
Did the dealers have the cars ready for you, or did you just give you registrations? Did you have to go and look for the work, or was it given to you?
Well, back in them days, it was PDR was still in its infancy, really, in commercially, and they thought it was great. You'd walk in a dealer there, and they'd say, "Right, go and check the stock." And we had these little books that you'd go and write the cars, the reg number, and what panels were affected, and you'd show them, you know, which would you like fixed today? And a lot of them would just say, just get on with it, like, you know.
Oh, how times have changed.
I know, yeah, indeed, yeah. I mean, back then, even in '96, when I started, you could walk into a place and they'd never heard or seen PDR before. You know, I mean, they're like, what's this? You know, we've just got to go to painters. And no. We can fix that. So they thought
Just give us the same money.
It's like, red carpet where you went, he's here, hey, Steve,
Yeah.
And then, of course, moving here, I had no idea that my surname means dent in Swedish.
Never.
Really?
Yeah, buckle.
Nice.
That's awesome.
People think I've changed my name. But no, I haven't.
Wow.
So
That's handy, isn't it?
breaks the ice.
Happy days.
So your van really says Mr. Buckle.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I used to have buckle as a license plate before, but I changed it. And so, yes, people call me Mr. Dent, Mr. Buckle, so it's Mr. Dent. That's how it is.
Perfect. Well, we've got a few questions starting to come through. Here's one from a name you'll probably know.
I was just about to say, we've not mentioned his name tonight.
Well, we will do now, and I'm not paying the fee.
Okay.
How do you like them apples?
Okay.
We all want to know what the Lord Nelson is like nowadays. Well, you're going to have to fill us in on this one here.
Well, the Lord Nelson was a very nice pub we all frequented while the Volvo deal was going on. From 01 till 03, we were in there most Friday nights, Saturday nights, Wednesday nights, Sunday nights.
Every night.
Every night.
Mainly Friday and Saturday nights. And it was a great pub. I met my wife there, actually.
Bingo.
And we sort of owned that place. It was like, we thought we were young men back then, We could drink a lot of beer and that's how it was. I couldn't do that now. But how it is now, to answer your question, it is a little fancy restaurant now. It's lost that charm, unfortunately. It's been years since I've been in there.
It probably lost a lot of revenue when the Volvo deal ended, no?
I think that's what cracked it off. We made a serious investment in that place, to be honest. The amount of Guinness we used to sup in there, Jesus.
I can only imagine.
You'd certainly kept it afloat.
Some very good times we had in there. So sadly, it's gone.
We've got Johnny Cullen saying...
Gives a look, still use mine daily. Well, actually, Johnny, they weren't orange and black. The original Dent Master tools were red-handled. And I think I've got a couple here I can just get, actually.
Quick, pad. We got a little synchronized jig.
He's back. He's back.
Sorry about that. There we go. Here's a Dent Master tool. There we go. These red handles. That's what we had.
Whoa, check them out.
That's your number one tool. Who's still got one of them, in their toolkit?
Well,
the orange and black handles you're referring to are from a company in the UK called BLE Tools, Bristol Light Engineering, and they made an identical copy to the Dent Master set. And that's what you can still buy today.
Very good.
Very well made tools. They're beautifully finished. And they've even got a bendable whale tail, which is brilliant.
Okay. Nice.
Get you out of jail many times.
Lance back on.
Lance. We didn't do platforms because we needed to be the name of PDR. Manufacturers used us at all the major motor shows of Europe. Platforms were all about cheap, so we could enter that market at any time. We were the rock stars of the car business.
Indeed.
There you go. Boosh. There you go.
Ooh.
What's Colin saying?
I pressed the wrong one.
Never mind. Colin's saying back then the hardest thing we had to do was convince the salespeople we could actually do what we said we could do. Once they saw your work, you always got another job off the back of it. How times have changed. Well, just what I was saying. It's not that story anymore, is it?
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
I don't know. James Day is new tech. I think he's sort of training at the minute, and he's saying, what advice would you give to fresh, raw trainees?
What advice I would give to fresh, raw trainees? Well, certainly from a hail point of view, if you're thinking of doing hail as a career, just have a really good think, because you're going to miss out on a lot of family time. You're going to miss out with a lot of the stuff your kids are doing.
Yeah.
And you've got to really be prepared for that. In fact, I wouldn't recommend a hail career for anybody who has a family.
True story.
It's really suited for someone who is single or who can make it work as a family, as in traveling together. Like my good friend Matt Boyette from the US.
He's on today, actually.
Is he?
Yeah, he's on.
Travels with his wife and their family. They go as a family unit and they travel hail around the world. And,
perfect.
Children are homeschooled as they travel, which is
wow.
a scenario. Hey, Matt, how are you doing?
I'll tell you what, fair play to you, because I think as a lot of us have learnt that homeschooling and all that kind of business is not easy. So hats off to you. Well played. Well played.
I mean, as far as that's as far my advice with hail anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely, I'm not trying to put anyone off, but it's something you have to consider for sure.
It is.
And
I think a lot of people just hear hail and think money, and it's going to be awesome, this, that, and the other. But the reality is, you really need to weigh that up before.
You certainly do. Yeah.
Say. It's,
you miss things.
I've missed
riding the first time. And,
you know, I've missed those birthdays and all sorts, and it's
take it into account.
Nice.
Think about it.
Yeah, man.
But
Gary, sorry, mate. Go on.
No, I was just going to say, for a new tech, if he's going to do PDR, normal PDR, not hail, what advice would I give them? Don't be shy with tools. Buy the best tools you can, and enough tools. Don't just think, I'll get a starter kit and have a go. If you're going to do PDR, do it. Don't do it alongside something else. And have a set of tools in the corner of your workshop and think you're going to get any good at it. If you're going to make that step, you really have to do it. You've got to invest in tools. You've got to invest in your time. You've got to have money behind you to pay you for that. You know, 'cause you're not going to make anything for a while. That's how it is. But if you've decided you're going to do it, you've got to do it, not half-heartedly. Go into it and do it. And talk to people. Network with people. And what your guys are doing here is brilliant. I love this concept. I think it's great.
Thank you very much.
Why we haven't had something like this here before, I don't know. But
Pretty simple. Just turn up and film yourself drinking beer.
Better. I mean, the Azra as well. You know, these Dent Expos also brilliant for networking and tools, and learning new things in the market and stuff, and realizing there's competition out there. Competition's healthy.
I mean, we'll get onto that a bit later with the Dream stuff as well, that event that's coming up.
In a couple of weeks.
It's going to be great for networking, I think, just getting face-to-face with some people that you wouldn't normally... I mean, as face-to-face as you can be, anyway.
Well, it'd be like this, won't it?
Yeah. Oh, no.
The new concept, will that...
Yeah. Sound advice, though, yeah. Get involved and apply yourself, I suppose, is the short version of that, isn't it?
Don't do things half-heartedly. If you're going to do it, do it.
You can only learn if you practice. It's
that's it. Yeah. Commitment is what you need.
There you go. Yeah, Gary, he's in my neck of the woods with Dent Art. We had a quick run over that the week before. Sorry, Steve, I don't know your background, but what made you move overseas and made you, I'm assuming, stay there?
Being put in charge of a deal in Sweden got me overseas, and it went so long, and I met my wife not that long after arriving here, actually, and so I stayed. I'd already made my home here, and by the time the deal had finished in Volvo, I think I'd gone as far as I could within Dent Wizard, and decided it was time to spread my own wings and see where I could go with it over here. So that's what made me move overseas, and that's why I'm still here. Yeah.
Very good.
Tell you what, Christian's got a good question. As a new tech, what area of the industry is best for me to aim at to get maximum exposure and tools to the metal?
Ooh, good question. I would think as a new tech, put yourself in at the deep end and aim for the private market. Speaking from Sweden, I know it's a fairly untapped market, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing here.
Right, I'm off.
Quick, get your passport.
Yeah. Sorry.
You're working on. You'll be working on people's pride and joys and all the rest of it, and you'll certainly put yourself in at the deep end. But obviously, you'll need some skill level before you do that. So it's maybe best networking with someone to work alongside who you know, and work within the car dealership area first. But if I was a new tech starting in the UK now, I would be aiming at the private market.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I did when I left panel beating. I've been practicing doing the dents while I was panel beating. Did it for quite a few years, and then I just started doing the private market. But it was really quiet starting off because no one knew who he was. But then it just gradually got busier and busier. But you had to put yourself in a public place, taking dents out so that people heard you tapping or wondered what you was doing. I'd be putting dents in my own car and then taking them out. People see that and like, oh, I've got a dent. Can you take it out for me? And that's start giving out cards and stuff like that.
Yeah. Brilliant. Yeah. I mean, it's a tough one because I'm sort of the other way around in a way. Like I was off the deep end into hail straight away, which is just obviously a ton of dents all day, every day, which was great for getting your chops up. And I think it was my second storm after Australia in Austria, and there was just no straight metal on the cars. And as mentally and physically destroying as that was, it was the best thing that could ever happen to me as a tech. Just the learning curve.
They always get big hail there.
Yeah, and it was just insane, and the QC was brutal, absolutely brutal. So yeah. But for me now, sort of having worked roughly in every area of PDR, I would probably say get into a load of body shops because it's a great place to start honing skills. Training on some bigger stuff, or it's a bit of a safety net, but you can really push your chops there. And Martin did that, didn't you?
What's that?
You sort of training through the body shops and really pushing yourself.
Yes. Sorry, I was sorting the comments out.
I know, I saw you. I thought I'd catch you off guard.
Yeah, I did. Every job that came in, to the body shop while I was panel beating, I tried to fix it. But yeah, if you're not working in the body shop, then just try and save the panels or minimise the amount of filler that goes in. Do push to paints if you can. I don't think you can go wrong with a push to paints. You're still earning money, and you never know. Well, you'll learn stuff because you can break the larger damage down into sections, and you'll do it wrong a few times, and then you'll figure it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a learning curve, isn't it?
Yeah, man. I mean, whatever you do, like you said, Steve, if you just apply yourself and get stuck in, you're gonna make something of it, aren't you? Whether you go into hail, whether you go private or trade or whatever, you can use them all to your advantage and just, like I say, get stuck in and just figure it out.
Yeah. If you're deciding that's your career, you just got to go for it 110%.
Yeah.
Simple as.
Yeah. Fair play. Anyone else got any
more questions?
Questions going on?
Questions.
I'll leave you to that.
Yes. There you go. Yeah. Problem, all sales think PDR should be cheap. Well,
it is, yeah.
They do think that, but I mean, how much is it to paint them? So I think, should be level pricing, but it'll be a long time till that happens, I think.
Yeah. I mean, we've got to realise how valuable it is with, time that they've saved and convenience and originality. It's worth something. That in itself is something to market,
Yeah, that's it.
Definitely.
It's a win-win for everyone. So it should be. I mean, the only thing they can say is, "Oh, we're not paying for paint and materials, so you can't say it's going to be the same price." Okay, but I don't want to be cheap. I don't want people calling me because I'm cheap. There are
But
cheaper
you are paying to get your car sellable.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Convenient, quick, keep the quality, keep the original paintwork. Magic in the dent out. There you go. Priceless.
Absolutely.
What's it like trade-wise over in Sweden, Steve? Is it sort of well respected, and do you get much grief, or is it a constant fight, or what's it like over there?
As in what we do, PDI, you mean, or car service?
Yeah, with trade work, like you servicing trade accounts and stuff. Is it, is there an understanding there, or?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, they love what we do. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's a few years behind the UK. PDR didn't arrive in the UK. In Sweden as early as it did in the UK. But then again, we're a country of only 10 million people. The market's never going to be as big here. But in my little corner here, it's okay for me,
Yeah, I suppose it gives you the chance to. Sorry, go on.
They love what we do. The trade dealers absolutely love it. They love PDR.
Perfect.
And you still actually walk into places here that have never heard of it.
Really?
Yeah.
It gives you a good chance.
New or whatever, I mean, maybe the dealer's heard of it, but there'll be a new salesman who hasn't seen it before. So
perfect. I mean, it gives you that chance to educate, though, doesn't it? You can get in there and educate it right from the start. So
exactly, education, yeah. And that education now is what's needed in the private market. Because that's the future of PDR for me, private market.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm still trying to push it.
Johnny's got a good point. Johnny's saying digital infrastructure I'm assuming is key to future success of local PDR techs. I'm pretty much assuming Johnny's sort of talking about your social medias, your websites, and how you operate.
Yeah, and apps and things like that.
Yeah.
That's where customers are leaning towards now. Everyone's going digital with everything. So,
I
mean, that must be a massive change from when you first came into the industry to how it all sort of operates now. It must just be a completely different ballgame.
Oh yeah, people just send you pictures on the phone now. Can you fix this? How much is it going to be? And
So, mate, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does. Yeah.
We didn't have that with our mobile phones in the mid-90s. It wasn't an option. There weren't cameras and stuff.
Yep. So you have to wind them up.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I'm going to send you a picture of my dent. I'm just waiting for the film to get developed at Boots.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. I'll send you the next 3 weeks. I mean, even technology in general has changed. I mean, people can find you now on Google, and they'll put it in a sat nav, and they'll be at your door, easy as. I mean, we used to drive all our Dentmobiles with Dent Master were automatic because we had to drive if you were somewhere new. You had a map on your knee, for one thing. To find your way there, you couldn't be busy changing gear and all the rest of it. That's how it was. No one had sat navs or anything.
Yeah.
Sound old, don't I?
But it wasn't that long ago, though, was it? Really, it's just changed that quickly. It's
changed really quickly. Yeah, and
it's amazing to think. Yeah, it's amazing to think where we'll be in another 10 years. Really,
we don't even have little sat navs, do we? Everything's just built into the cars now.
They just plug your phone in and away you go. What's next?
That's it. Yeah.
Don't know, mate. I've got a chauffeur, so I don't worry about it.
Nice.
Jeeves, take me to my next job. One day.
There you go, Steve Johnston. I love meeting people who haven't heard of PDR. It's like describing witchcraft.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Steve Johnston. I knew a Steve Johnston. I used to work with a Steve Johnston. I suppose it's the same one because he would have maybe remembered my name, but I used to paint spray with him in Tadcaster. That power.
Oh, lovely place. I like Tadcaster.
And it's good for beer.
Up there. I know.
My children
Yes.
children.
You're sorry?
My children and my grandchildren live there.
It's a lovely place. I like that, yeah. I always stop when I go through. Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. Little Taddy.
Jokum's got a good point here. Bad techs charge low prices for small dents, makes sales think that all dents go for the same. Fair point.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't undervalue what we do. Very, very bad thing to do, really, because they all get into that frame of mind. Oh, he did it for this price, and why can't you?
Yeah.
And I don't like to sell what I do on price. I don't want people calling me because I'm the cheapest option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to give a service and a good quality.
Yeah.
And
do you have do you run off a pricing matrix, do you, or anything like that? Do you run off a main one or your own?
I look at a dent and think, how long is it going to take? What's the difficulty? And I price it. Every dent's different at the end of the day. Certainly with private work. With dealer work, it's pretty much the same for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very good.
What else we got? Anybody else with any questions, or what do you think the future of the industry is going to be, Steve? Like, where do you think it's heading? Is it?
I think the future of the industry, like I've said before, I think we need to focus more on the private market. I think that needs digging into more than we have in the past. We need more dent shops. Save people driving around and working out of the boot of the car with an umbrella. Get a nice setup. And I'm comparing Sweden to the UK now. Sweden, you don't want to work outside. And most of the car dealerships, to be honest, the cars are parked indoors. You never work outside. So to me, getting a dent shop here was natural, really, because I never had worked outside here.
Yeah.
So certainly, I can't speak for the UK, but certainly here in Sweden, it's the private market is what we want to aim at now.
Fair play.
And is that just because? Sorry, is that just because everyone goes to the dealers? If they've got a problem, they just go to the car dealers.
They go to the car dealers, or they'll go to a body shop or something, and wonder what's to do. How we're going to fix it. And so the job is to educate the private market, and also switch on the insurance companies to actually approve what we do and become approved repairers. That's quite difficult here because if you to become an approved repairer in the car body repair industry here, you need a paint shop with a paint box and a car alignment jig and everything else.
Really? No, so you need full works.
Yeah, they can't recommend you if you don't tick all them boxes. So my argument to them is, there's a company here called Carglass, and they're doing car repairs, and they can be insurance approved. So we're another niche market in our own right.
Yeah.
Let's break down this wall and at least become recommended by insurance companies. Bearing in mind that most of the repairs are underneath or below people's, excess.
Excess, yeah.
So it's cheaper anyway. The insurance aren't going to be paying anything out. At least they could give us a recommendation,
Yeah.
Here, go to Steve at MasterFix, or and have him have a look at it. I'm sure he can fix it, and it's going to be less than your excess.
Yeah,
I'm trying to remember the word for it in English now, because in Swedish it's called something else. So.
Excess, yeah, that's the right word, I think.
I'll tell you what I'm taking away from that is you're a bit of a cherry picker if you're doing dents under people's excess.
Depends on how much their excess is. Here it's usually around 6,000 krona, which is 500 quid. So you'd be struggling to do a panel, to be honest. Sometimes. But those few jobs that are above that, if snow's fallen on someone's roof and caved it in, or it's a hail, obviously you need to go through the insurance. And for that, at the moment, we need to go through and work in conjunction with a car dealership or a repair shop who have got the authorization of insurance and working together with them, So that's something we need to, a barrier we need to break down in the future, for sure.
Yeah.
Nice.
You'll get there. I'm sure you'll get there on that one.
Do you have much of a hail season over in Sweden, or is it fairly quiet?
Not really, no. It's very rare. It happens over here, and most of the country's forest and lakes anyway, to be honest.
Right.
So it's very rare it gets this north in Europe,
Yeah, fair enough.
So it's nothing to get excited about here. Get the odd car now and then, and most of it's when people have been away on holiday.
Yeah.
Touring down in Europe, and they'll come back with hail damage.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Nice. Happy days.
Yeah.
Well, what are we? We're over the hour mark already. How did that tattoo heal up, Steve? Okay. We need to dig into that now.
Didn't send you any pictures of that, did I? No.
No.
No, that's fine. Yeah, it healed up very well, actually. Matt. Thanks for asking. Yeah. Thanks to your help. Yes. Yeah.
That was a good, quick answer.
Moving on.
Nothing to be hide or anything. It's a map of the world on my back, basically. Yeah. And no, I haven't marked where I've been, so you don't have to ask.
Yeah.
Is that the next one? Just fill in some flags.
No. Nothing like. But I mean, comparing to the UK, I mean, I haven't worked there for a long time. I've been in Sweden for 20 years now, so
Yeah.
I can't really compare how the market's changed there. I mean, I started my career in the UK, and here I am in Sweden, so it's hard to make that comparison. If I was to go back and work as a technician over there now, I'm sure I'd find it completely different.
Yeah.
Price-wise and competition-wise, and everything else. How do you see the future of PDR in the UK?
I don't know. I'm probably going to quit next week if I'm honest.
Good
I don't know.
question.
It's getting interesting. Obviously, there's a lot of new techs coming through, and I think obviously a lot of guys training at TDN, so good quality techs coming through. So yeah, there's going to be more and more competition, and I think probably going back to some of our earlier episodes where we were looking into the social media marketing, etc. I think a lot of that's going to be really kind of what Johnny was saying, key to the success, how quick those guys are going to get up there. I mean, look at the likes of Graham, who we had on the show a few episodes ago, who's just absolutely mastered all that side of it.
Yeah,
like that,
definitely.
It's almost a blueprint of how to go from here to here in no time at all, kind of thing.
Yeah,
fair play. Yeah,
absolutely.
So I don't know. I mean, I kind of end up saying it to my customers a lot as well, where PDR is really starting to blur lines between dent removal and body shops now, with your power PDR boxes, hot boxes, and the kind of damage that can be fixed now as well is, it's scary, really.
It's big change from the early days, for sure, what can be done now.
So I think just a lot of education, getting that digital realm locked down. It's just the kind of next wave that I think if you're not on top of it, you're probably going to start getting left behind. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but that's kind of how I'm seeing it.
It's all to do with just making everyone aware of what dent removal is, because, week on week, people have never heard of it, like what you say. Right. So showing everyone what it's about and get it on social media, more people are gonna, look for you. I mean, that's the big barrier.
Yeah,
and good quality dent removal as well. Showing what it's capable of.
Exactly. Keep the quality.
As we'll get to in Dent of the Week in a minute, we'll see something on that. Dear, I don't know, but yeah, just that education, and keep pushing it forward.
Yeah. I mean, you can learn so much from a guy who's been doing it for 1 year. Just keep. Absorbing. I mean, no matter how long you've been doing this job, there's new stuff to learn all the time.
Yeah, definitely
changing all the time, and material is changing that you're working on. Everything.
Oh God, yeah.
Keep learning new tools as well. I mean, make the job so much easier and better.
Yeah, I think what's nice now as well is more people are talking. I know we keep saying it, but it seems to have been that shift from the cloak and stagger days where everyone's like not talking to each other, and now it's more there's these open forums like we've got here, and knowledge is getting shared around, which is good.
Yeah.
Dieter's
Hello,
right.
Dieter. Indeed. Can never stop learning, exactly.
Every day's a school day.
Yes.
As Adie's just said. Jinxies.
Jinxes.
I think Adie was just saying a few comments ago as well that he actually quite enjoyed working in the pissing down rain under a brolly, I think his words were.
Yes.
How about then, Chuck?
Here's a message from Dave. What's the strangest thing you've taken a dent out, Steve?
I think there's a bit of a toss-up there between a kettle, an aeroplane, and a coffin.
You've done it all.
Yeah. Did I send you a picture of the coffin? Have you got it there?
I don't know, actually. Let me just have a quick...
Maybe I didn't. I don't know. It was in... where was we? I did check it was empty. First thing I did.
Let's have a look.
I was working with Barry Darrell in Adelaide, were we? I think we're in Adelaide. And they brought us this metal coffin. The things cost a fortune. And it had a dent in the top. And it was going to be covered in flowers and stuff anyway, but can you fix this dent? So, yeah, we did. Yeah.
Fair play. No, you didn't send me that picture, mate, but I'll tell you, if you find it, send it through and we'll chuck it up on Instagram or something for everyone to see.
Okay. I bet you could have done with some Glexo on that one, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh,
Sure, that's
sorry, mate.
You're all right.
Dead
expensive.
expensive.
I was waiting for something, yeah. Thank you. That's a something.
Oh,
There you go.
jeez.
It's just going to be never ending, that one, isn't it?
What would happen if you pulled paint off the coffin, though? Jesus. Sorry,
Well,
mate,
they
you
were
need a body
painted
shop.
it anyway, so that was all right.
Ah.
It was actually clay coated. It was sprayed with some. It was copper. The thing was copper. It was an absolute fortune. Was this thing? And
Jeez.
they painted it with some. It's still there, yes, and with some like very fine colour, and then clay coated the whole thing. It looked amazing when they're done. It was going to go in the ground, and they'd ever appreciate it, you know. But anyway, I did drop a business card in though, so. You know.
Jesus Christ. Here we go. The comments are off now, look.
Oh, dear.
Fixing coffins. I'm dying to get into that.
Thank you, Dave.
I told you, mate, we need a coffee table, but with like all these quotes and stuff in.
Yeah, I ain't done a coffin yet. I nearly did a fridge the other day, but I didn't want it doing in the end.
No.
Oh, wow. Adie's scraping the barrel now, look.
I know.
Put it up. Adie's... go on. I could have a go.
It's like quick draw.
Belter.
It's like quick draw with a mouse in it.
Yeah, sorry, mate. Back it off again.
This is my job. Come on.
Where's the facepalm emoji? I don't know. Shall we...
Yes.
Shall we have a little mosey into Dent of the Week territory, buddy? Because we're approaching the hour 15 mark.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're going to go out and say straight off the bat that there's no celebrity Dent of the Week this week because everything's just been a bit manic. We've not been on social media whatsoever this week, so haven't seen anything.
I've not looked at all because I've been busy. Sorry.
So we've kind of said it wouldn't be fair to get involved this week, so we'll leave it at that, and we've got a Dent of the Week each we'll chuck up though, and we can have a little talk through. Who wants to go first?
You can go first.
To be honest with you, looking at it, I think I'd better go first because it's going to seem somewhat underwhelming after your dent. Which is just wreckage, by the way. So I've got, going back to what I was saying earlier about educating about good quality dent removal, I had this week another bottom of a Jaguar F-Pace door that had been somewhat attempted.
Oh, you love those, don't you?
No, not really. Let's have a look. Dear, here we go. Bit of a wallop straight across that body line, which was nice. And then here we can see a little bit of pokey. Look at that. Cranked up. But anyway, they told the customer that it needed a body shop. Nothing could be done, which sort of left me suspecting that they'd probably done that to make it unrepairable.
Really?
Anyway, it ended up in my workshop. The customer did a little bit more looking around, and it was very strange because I don't think he thought it could actually be done. So it took a lot of kind of reassuring and, again, education. Fortunately, I had the before and after video of the one I'd done the week before. Hey, look, I'm doing some strip and fit, mate.
Out.
I'm doing some strip and fit. Who knew?
You're very fast.
Who knew? No, it took me a lot longer than it should have done to get that door card off. I had to cut some out.
Did you?
But just a little summit for you all to see what the inside of an F-case door looks like. Is what?
You're nearly as fast as a historian.
That was Friday afternoon, wasn't it? About 3:00.
I don't know when it was, mate. I was just in tears all day long at this one. But yeah, really good access on those doors, to be fair. Steel as well, so that was helpful. So yeah, speaker ports, big hole there. Someone got an airplane going on. But yeah,
madness around here.
We can see the detail of exactly what's going on that bottom body line. There was a bit of an issue as well. Wow. Yeah, but there we go. Pokey, but it came out all right after a bit of a fraught day at the office. There's a little squiggle at the bottom there, but we don't mind a squiggle between friends, do we? To be honest, that bottom bit was getting to the point where you can see things are going to start probably fracturing paint, etc. So I sort of quit while I was somewhat ahead and thought, it's all right. So, yeah, we'll have a little look in the natural reflection.
Very good.
And, yeah, customer was over the moon, thankfully. There was a lot of bartering with price going on, again, down to education. Which made that job somewhat more stressful than it should have been. But we did it. We managed to keep our head on a swivel and pull it off. So happy days.
We just saved the chap a full set of paintwork, hadn't you? So,
yeah, again, more than anything, it was just I need to pull this off because, again, it's going to be a massive point of education that, no, it doesn't need a body shop still. It can be done. Fingers crossed. I think the guy actually works at Nissan, used to or does. So in the trade, and hopefully, those conversations will then go from him to more customers, and hopefully educating what PDR should be. I hope.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that was my dent of the week. Happy days. It was all right.
We got through it. Good effort, odd lad.
Thanks, sir.
That's Yorkshire.
Appreciate that, gentlemen. Yeah. What's Joe Monk saying? Our marketing department. Sorry, Joe, we've not seen you tonight. Blimey, hope the guy who had first attempt gave his pony plenty of water in this warm weather. I was trying to be professional, so that'll do. Bingo. Shall we have a look at whatever the hell it is you've done this week? Jesus,
I know. I get them, don't I?
Brace yourself, people. Brace yourself. Jesus Christ.
I got no idea how this happened. I think someone just crashed into it with a pickup truck or something. It's a Toyota Yaris. I said I'd do the best I could. I knew all the damage. The main damage was at the bottom of the door, especially on the edge, which was cracked as well. I did say it needed a body shop. It told me to do the best I could. So I did, and I started right in the bottom right-hand corner, and then around the middle part, you've got the brace, and it was absolutely knackered around the brace. But I used that little hedgehog tip on that, and I managed to shrink it with no hotbox. And while I was repairing it, I looked up towards the top, and it all popped out.
Good
Well,
lad.
it kind of popped out. It took me all day to do it. There was a little bit of cracking on the edge that was already there. But yeah, there you go. Looks all right, doesn't it?
How much did you say you got the new door for, mate?
20 quid.
Good lad.
But there was a point when I started it for about the first hour and a half where I thought, I'm just going to ring the customer and say I can't do this because it just wasn't coming out. And then I changed to that hedgehog tip, and I was quite impressed with what it did. So that's why I mentioned it
Nice job,
last week
Martin.
on Facebook. Thank you very much.
And that's why they were out of stock when I put me bloody order in the other day.
There you go.
Damn it. What are they saying? Graham's saying minging
Nasty.
factor MTRX plus 200%. Correct.
Correct.
Joe is saying, how the hell do you price that on MTRX? Good question. Good question. How did you price that on MTRX?
Priced it twice on the same dent. I don't know. I just give a price.
You just similar thing. Just figure out how long it's going to take. And
I just did a day rate. I think. Yeah.
Your day rate's high as well,
It's cheap at half price.
mate. Fair play. That was a hell of a save.
And I did try opening the door and slamming it a few times just to see if it'd pop out. But yeah, I definitely needed to strip that.
Over like they do on YouTube. Didn't you try that?
The hot water, yeah, for YouTubers. What a man, no.
Popcorn.
No, I didn't try the popcorn. No. You won't get that in the door. It'd be in my belly.
Oh man, quality job. Love it.
There you go. I get a damn look. I get damn look. Thank you.
By a factor of 2.7 point. Geek face.
I knew we could rig this dent of a week.
Yes.
Are you handing out brown paper bags before the show, mate? That's terrible. Why would you do that? Well,
Have you fixed anything cheeky? Mind you, you're not really set up, have you, at the moment, Steve?
Yeah. I haven't photographed anything of late. We've had some nice dents in the shop actually. I need to get back into that, photographing before and after. I always forget that's a problem. And then it's too late, you know what I mean?
Yeah, get them on Google My Business. Yeah, get some before and afters on there.
that's it for sure.
That'll help you.
I've got a few on my new website.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Steve. Why don't you let everybody know now where they can find all your website or any social medias, etc.?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm on Instagram.
Yeah.
MasterFix PDR AB.
MasterFix PDR.
AB, which is like limited, but over here.
I want to chuck it up on the screen for everyone.
Facebook,
Perfect.
you can find me at Bill Bucklaw, or even just write MasterFix and you'll find me on Facebook.
Yeah.
On the website, you'll get me at www.masterfixpdr.se. There we go.
Perfect. Okay. At MasterFix PDR AB. So that's Steve's Instagram. But if you search MasterFix, you're pretty much going to come up, right?
Yeah, you'll find me on Facebook and my website also.
Perfect. Everybody go .se.
.se, yeah. I've wrote that down.
I'll give a shout out to Dieter Barmer also for help with the website. It's brilliant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. If anybody in the industry wants a website sorting out, he's your man.
Yeah.
For sure.
100%. Yeah, he's doing a great job for sure. Well played.
Absolutely.
Happy days. Everybody go and give Steve's pages a view and a follow. We'll chuck up all your links as well. on
Yeah,
Instagram.
we'll pop them on the description when it goes on YouTube as well.
And if you're ever in sunny Sweden, please call into Sölvesborg, a lovely little town. It's a beautiful place to visit. There's all sorts to do around here. So come and look in. You're most welcome. We'll show you around.
Awesome.
I think there's a few people already on the plane, isn't they? It's a good job that we can't get on a plane, I think.
I know. Tell me about it. Yeah.
Well, we all know where the next holiday is going to be. I tell you what, we ought to have a bit of a PDR workshop over at your place, haven't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
Get your public liability insurance sorted, and we'll all head over.
Yeah.
Bring it on. The open shop. Anyone's welcome.
Perfect.
Thank you very much. Bring a tool.
He's going to regret that. He's going to regret it. I tell you what, guys, we're on an hour and 25. Shall we start wrapping this bad boy up? I tell you what, actually, we've had a nice steady 40 to 50 viewers all show.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Great numbers.
Nice.
Thanks for
spot on show.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. And as always, we'll have this. We'll probably leave it on Facebook, but we'll have it ready to roll on YouTube over the weekend, maybe. I don't know. It's Easter weekend, isn't it?
Easter weekend. I think it'll be a relaxed weekend for quite a few people.
It'll go up when it goes up.
Yeah.
Not me. I'm working all weekend.
Good lad, you're so hungry. I don't know. Well, I'll tell you what, if you want to follow us on any other social medias, just search at Those Dent Guys on Instagram, YouTube. Obviously, you're on Facebook now, so happy days. And all the streaming sites are going through the roof as well. There's a lot of downloads going on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, Libsyn, iHeartRadio. So, yeah, all those streaming numbers are going up. Though it turns out there's quite a few people listening along. But definitely watch the video because you miss stuff. You know
yes, that's it. If you got any questions that you want to ask us, those dent guys with a Z at gmail.com. And if you want to do the celebrity dent of the week,
that will be back. That will be back.
At us in. We'll only see it if you at us in. So you put at those dent guys.
That's right. Yep. That'll be back next week. Yeah, next week's show, we're going to have a bit of a pre-dream episode, aren't we? We're going to have a chat about the upcoming online expo from the guys over there, and we are going to be joined by Mr. Don Kavanagh. Yes, indeed.
Yes. Yeah, that'll be interesting.
So we just need to have a good chat with him and hook all that up and make sure we've got our timing sorted, because obviously it's earlier on in the day for those guys over in the US of A. But yep, we'll get all that lined up ready for next week, and it should be a great episode.
And it's going to be a great... Sorry, go on.
That'll be one to watch for sure with Don. Brilliant.
Yeah, really nice guy. We've had a few messages back and forth, and he's really nice guy to chat to. So looking forward to getting into that one for sure. No?
There you go. Barry's on.
Barry's on. Evening.
Good evening.
Sound as a pound. Steve, any last words for everybody?
Just get some serious denting without the G. That's my advice. Anyone who listens to Radio 2 will get it, but anyway. Enjoy, guys. Enjoy. Keep enjoying the industry. That's why we do it. We enjoy it.
Great bit of advice.
We want to make it better. Great
bit of advice. And if anyone would know, you would, buddy. You've been in it for long enough and seen a hell of a lot, I should imagine. So thanks for jumping on with us and sharing.
Journey. Absolutely fantastic journey. It really has. Yeah, brilliant. Cool. Still many more years to come, I hope.
Yeah, too right. Too right. Let's see where it all goes next, huh?
Indeed.
Thanks for sharing. I've lost my voice now.
As I say, I love the concept. I think it's a brilliant idea what you two are doing. I know it doesn't happen by itself, so it must take a lot of planning and everything else. So keep up the good work.
Thank you. Appreciate
that, buddy. Yeah, there's a few hours that goes into it, but like you've just said, we enjoy it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Enjoy what you do.
Happy days.
Cheers.
Happy days. Thank you very much, everybody. Like I said, go check us out on all socials. Go check out Steve on all his socials and the website. Search MasterFix. We
Indeed,
will chuck up.
indeed.
We'll chuck up all his links as well. But yeah, there we go. That's another episode in the bag. What will that be? Episode 8 of the main.
Could be. I think we've missed one, but yes, it could be.
Who knows? We're just winging it every week. I was messaging Don earlier and I said we'll set up a group chat and we'll figure out a plan for the show. Like there's a plan.
No pressure at all.
There's no pressure. No.
Like I said, hit the like button.
Nice and relaxed, this is.
There you
Indeed.
go. Happy days. Right, let's sign this monkey off. I've been Ben from Trident PDR.
I've been Martin from Dent Remover.
I've been Steve from MasterFix.
Perfect.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
And we will see you all next week. Have a great weekend, everybody. Catch you later.
Ciao.
Good night.
Hey.